Hey guys. So for the last couple of days, I've been paying a lot more attention to Dani. I know she has been going through issues like she does every year with the fact that she had gotten into a car wreck and she was the only surviving person that survived the car wreck. So once a year, she's already going through changes. In and around, that situation. And now she's really in a toxic relationship with Queen. They go to court on November 1st, which is in what, like 3 or 4 days. I know everyone's under pressure, but for the last 2 days, and it was kind of good that um how it mapped out, which was me going live yesterday. I was unable to make it because I was tired. Please make sure to hit the like button on the way in. But for the last 2 days, which usually they don't even last a day, with the message of, oh, I'm single, we're not together anymore. But Danny's been holding on to that they broke up for the last 48 hours. And last night she went out to a strip joint. Um, and basically she was saying that it was over. Now, we know people break up all the time, and a lot of people say, well, that's just a storyline or just to get people's attention and so forth. But I really believe that they have breaking up quite a few times. I'm not trying to say that it's set in stone, that it's going to be this way, but for the moment, for the last 48 hour, they have had some sort of turmoil. Now, it is very questionable whether or not it's because of court coming, a lot of pressure on their head, maybe Danny not trusting Queen Opp and what Queen Opp might do to her to throw her under the bus, and vice versa. Trust and believe, if they hear things enough, how one's gonna turn on the other, sometimes you start to believe it. And we know that Queen Opp, um, it was her house, it was her relationship that she had with Michelle, and it was most likely her idea to have Danny put hands on Michelle. And on top of that, it didn't make it hard for that to happen because Danny was probably jealous of the relationship, anyways. She probably didn't want Michelle in the picture. She probably thought that that was an abnormal situation, her being there while Queen Op was in another relationship, and so forth. So I haven't forgot to say hello to everyone. Hey, Gen T. Now these are these are messages from my guest last week. Last week, last night. I was so tired I could not go live. But there's a few things I want to show you guys, and I'm gonna pull it up in a minute. Um, so I just want to go through these. Hey, Matilda, sweetie. I thought I was late. Nope, you're not late. Nobody's late. I'm just going through and acknowledging all of the messages that came through. It says, SL, please don't be like Queen Art, promising to come live, then you don't. No, that wasn't the case. I was honestly, and I'm being, and I respect what you said to me, Pauline. I was so tired. I'm talking about my eyes were heavy. I was nodding. So when you get to that point, you cannot even go there with it because you know what I'm saying? If you're tired, you're tired. So that's how that went down. Hey, Matilda. Hey, sweetie. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. So, there's a few things I want to show you. And sometimes things are meant to happen because yesterday when I was supposed to be going live, um, I also noticed that she was feeling this way about that they broke up. And sometimes you say, all right, well, she's saying that now. Things might change later. We'll see, type thing. And it's been about 48 hours now, and she's still in her feelings. Danny is, we can say it's a storyline, but then again, I'm not going to say it's a storyline only because she's been feeling like this for quite some time. And it is what it is. Things happen. People get fed up with the nonsense, and people have fallouts. So I'm gonna pull up um a video
Small
here.
reminder, I will be going live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was up
Let me see.
the life of me could not.
Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So it says, bro, I'm sick of MFs making me look like I'm the bad guy all the time. And MF finna make me tell the real. So this was the recent one that she put up on her IG story, Dani. Now she has another message that she had put out, and that was yesterday. 48 hours later, and when that message was put out, it was close to almost 24 hours that she put that first message up. So I'm thinking by the next day, which is over 48 hours, because this is going on another 24 hours, I'm thinking that Dani would be off of that, off of that, that she's feeling the way she's feeling, and they're back, lovebirds. But then I saw this. Let me show you.
Just a small reminder, I will be going.
Free at last. And then what she showed after that, which was last night, Sunday night, was that she was at a strip joint. And my mouth dropped, because we know that Queen Opp has to always be the center of attention at all times. Now, I'm not trying to say she would be mad if she went to a strip joint, but like I said again, she has to always be, how will you unite, the center of attention. In a strip joint somewhere that Queen Opp used to work at, for Dani to be going into a strip joint, and Queen Opp's gonna put into the equation, and you're paying these chicks to watch dance and buying drinks, because usually at strip joints you gotta at least have a 3-drink minimum, and they would like you to pay for the strippers, not just to be there and watch them for free, but help them get them coins. So that didn't sit well with Queen, her being at a Dani being at a strip joint, and she probably did it only because it was gonna get underneath Queen Opp's skin. Now, I'm not trying to say this is a permanent breakup. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying to you, it's too early for it to be any sort of a threat to break up or break up. And if it's that early in the relationship that they're breaking up with each other, trust and believe you will get the show that you probably came to see. And that'll be that her and Queen Opp will be at each other's neck. And people will want to tune in because it'll be physical and mental nonsense going on between the two of them. And that's how she's going to get the bag up, because that's the way she wanted to get the bag up in the first place, with the drama, the chaos and the confusion. So, don't sleep on, what's to come. Somebody's about to get their feelings hurt. Somebody's about to get their feelings hurt. Trust me. So I just want to let you know I did today's live at 12 noon, because this live was initially supposed to be done at 7 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. I will be still doing a live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is actually the live that was supposed to be done last night at 7 p.m. So you'll definitely get a double whammy as far as me going live twice today, because I didn't go live yesterday and I rescheduled this live for 12 noon. It says, "Hey SO, hey, hey, what? I need glasses. I really. Hey Suzanne, blurry vision. I got a blurry vision going on. Hey, perfect nails. Danny's obsessed with Queen Opp. Yeah, you could be obsessed with somebody, but sometimes obsessed and all, people break up with people. And even if it's for the moment, she's making it clear the last 2 days she has not been with Queen Opp. And you have to understand, if Queen Opp puts her out today, she has somewhere to go. And that's back to her mother's house. And I doubt it very much she even probably pays rent to her mother. You know how parents are, even if their kids are adults, they let them stay there majority of the time for free. They don't show them any responsibilities. So if Dani gets kicked out or feels like, she wants to play a game of I'm going to teach Queen a lesson, I'll go back to my mother's house. That's what she's able to do. The door's always open for her to go back home and stay with her mother. Unless, let me see something. All right, let me move this out the way here. I'm going to stop sharing this. And let's remove this. Hold on. Yeah, I had to remove that because I couldn't see the messages underneath here. Unless the officer was there and she was keeping her eye on her. Yeah, it could have happened that way. Is credit don't deserve credit. Correct. That is a really good thing, I guess. Queen Op keeps trying to break up with Dani, but Dani won't go. She's got to blame herself for getting her feelings hurt. Says hello everyone. Hey Robinson. Says hey Franz, California. Hey, welcome California. Yeah, but like I said, it's a matter of time. I don't care how in love you are with somebody, you do still get to the point where enough's enough, and you have to also understand that Dani has a support system, and it's her sisters and her mother. And I feel like if they stay in her ear long enough, anything's bound to happen. Anything's bound to happen. So don't always give credit to somebody else like the obster and make it look like she's so in love with Queen. I feel as though Queen is in love with her too. And I also feel like, and because of that, what is the reason for you know Queen to be treating her that way, and vice versa, if you're gonna end up still with that person? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I know that right now they're not well with each other. They're definitely not well with each other. So, we have to see how this plays out. I'm sorry, I was reading something. Matter of fact, let me go over to Dani's Instagram page. This is not going to be a really long live. I just wanted to update you guys with what I heard, or seemed to be the truth at the time, and that was that Dani's basically done with Queen Opp, and at least it's for now. So we'll see how it plays out. And so all I know is, as of 10 hours ago, Dani was back in the strip club. It looks like a sports/strip club. And I have a video going out. Hopefully it gets fixed, because I'm not putting it out until it does get fixed. Can y'all hit that like button? Because the number of people in here is not adding up to the number it should be. Could you just support the channel and make sure you hit the like button? But as of 10 hours ago, guys, 10 hours ago, um, they were not, they were not, they were not, getting along, and Dani's acting as though they broke up. So until that time comes, until that announcement is made, I'm gonna believe the last 48 hours. Maybe Dani was home with family and trying to get over that she separated from Queen Op, probably missing still Queen Op. But at that time, the last 48 hours, I believe Dani has been with her friends and probably family that she's close to, for a support system. And one of the support systems was her going to the strip joint last night. And it says it right on her story. She must have filmed that strip session with her family and friends. We didn't see who she came with, but we know she was behind that camera, and she sure enough was taking little mini video of old girl on that floor. Let's just put it like that. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Brown Sugar 84. Hello, I'm late, but eating my lunch on my hospital lunch break. That's what's up. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Opp is miserable person. Anyone who deals with her will always be miserable. She's going to make sure of that. And let me just say something else to you. Even though Michelle put up with Queen Opp stuff for 15 years, that doesn't mean not the average person, even a person that's in love with a person and putting up with all of that person's mess. That doesn't believe that doesn't mean that she's gonna do the same thing that Michelle did. That's excessive. That's excessively putting up with somebody's mess. So don't believe the hype on that. That does not mean she's going to put up with that many years of making up and breaking up like Michelle did. So yeah, she might hang around for a while. She might break up for a day, 2 week, whatever how it goes. Queen Opp was very transparent that they have breaking up. That's why they don't know each other's number by heart because they break up all the time. But let's not downplay the fact that that was just an unusual, extremely unusual situation where Queen Opp and Michelle were inseparable. And if they did have a fallout, and this is probably when we didn't even know who they were. They weren't on social media, or if they wasn't in our sector for us to know who a Queen Opp was. And they were separated, and then they made up. But they hung in strong for 15 years. And if Dani wasn't in the picture, Michelle would have been there, still been there. And that's the bottom line. Now, this is what I want to show you here as well, too. This will be going out, and that's another reason I want to show you because I can't remember what time I had scheduled it for, but it's gonna go out after this. I know that for sure. I'm trying to take care of YouTube checking a video for me that I absolutely know is nothing wrong with the video, but YouTube has a habit of um putting stuff in yellow that don't belong in yellow, and then you have to fight it before you can even get them to approve it. That was supposed to go out at 1, but I pushed up the date. So anytime you see me push up the date on a live stream or premiere, that's because it was an issue with that video, and I need to get it fixed before I put it out. So don't ever think, oh, she's so full of it. All she does is she puts out videos, and then she doesn't put them up. No, if something's wrong with the video, I'm not going to put it up because there's something wrong with it. So this video here, it'll be going out at let me see. I can't even see it right now. I'm on the wrong tab. This video will be going out in 44 minutes, which will be at 1:15. The video is titled from what I heard, Queen Opp will be on the run after old girl gets done with her. Now, y'all need to watch this premiere. Part 2 will be coming out today. As a matter of fact, I will be finishing part 2 on, I said on Monday. Well, today is Monday. I will be finishing the video after I get off this live so that hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys will be able to see part 2 today. That is what I'm gearing for. But we have to remember it takes so long for them to um, render the video, upload it, do the checks to make sure it's appropriate before you can put it out on YouTube. So I'm hoping that once I get off this live, I'm able to do part 2 of the video and then you guys will be able to see part two of this uh, video premiere that I want to show you guys. So this is Misery Loves Company. That's right, Matilda. That is right. Misery Loves Company. That is so true. Misery Loves Company. And see, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm human. Queen's human, Queen Opp's human, Dani's human. So we know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Just in a couple of days, she has to go to court. That's on the first. You see, Queen Opp's been disappeared. Now we're probably not going to see her trolling and running around the internet until this whole case, not the whole case, but at least until November 1st is over with. Then she'll go back to being obnoxious, disrespectful Queen Opp. But until then, she's probably going to be tired. She has a lot of stuff to um, put together or understand that can happen to her. And she's nervous. She's not going to tell us that. She's scared. So right now, she probably has no time to be on social media kicking it with us or trolling with us because she doesn't know she might not leave out that courtroom. The court officers might put her in handcuffs and throw them cuffs on her, and she be behind bars. We don't know how that's going to play out. We don't know until it happens. So Monday, I think it's Monday, November 1st. Let me see about that as well too, because I'm not too sure what day is the first. I want to say Monday. It could be Friday for all I know. But we're going to find out right now. But yeah, she's definitely going to court the beginning of this week. And I'm just trying to find the calendar of, let me see, of the date that she's going to have to go into court. I could be wrong, you know. All right, so I'm gonna share it now with you guys. Make sure you hit that like. You mean December? I meant all right. If I'm saying November 1st, yes, I mean December 1st, right? Gotta go. I finish when I get home. Okay. Have a nice day at work, Carlisa. It's so it's okay. Okay, because I don't know if it's a Monday or Friday, but thank you. So let me look it up so you guys can see it. I'm about to share it. I keep saying that, but I have not done it yet. So we're gonna share this beautiful bean footage. Now on here, let's look at the calendar. Yep, I'm sorry if I'm confusing anyone by keep saying November 1st. I mean December 1st. December 1st at 9 a.m. is her court date. And that is on Friday of this week. So that's in 4 days. She will be going to court for a preliminary hearing on 12/1/2023 at 9 a.m. in front of the judge. I think this is their name. Madoff, whatever. She will definitely be going into court. I know she's under a lot of pressure right now, and I would be too. That's why, all this, her playing in people's faces and, thinking all this crap is cute, that she's doing to people or behind the scenes, to me is not worth it. It really isn't. It really is not. So we'll see how that plays out and stuff. There's a lot of people saying we don't know what the outcome's gonna be with um December 1st. She might be getting a slap on the wrist. Maybe it's taking this long for them to come up with either the evidence or something that's going to sweeten the deal where they'll admit to the crime, they'll have it on their record, but they will get a sweet deal that they can walk away with and live with. But the only one's going to be the one that doesn't get justice served is Michelle. So that's why it doesn't pay to love someone more than you love yourself, because in this case, and it's really sad to say this, but in this case, you were loving someone that loved you, that didn't love you the same way. And here you want justice to be served, and you might not get that. You might not get that. And that's sad. She needs to be set down for a bit, time to reflect on her character. I agree. I agree. It says, I'm sure it was a lot of them videos they took advantage of, and vulnerable adults. They need to be, yep, they need to get time. But that's the thing. I even said it. I even at one point in time felt like that's what was going to happen. But I feel like now when I look back, that's because of my own personal feelings of what I think should happen. Putting myself in Michelle's shoes, that's what I would want to happen. Or it being one of my family members, that's what I would want to happen. But the system is very much so flawed. And some of the things that you think that the system should do because it's the right thing to do, they don't. Some of the laws that you think the system should follow that could put them behind bars, or or give them a stiff sentence, even if it's a probation sentence, maybe house arrest, and I don't know, drug testing. Even they even have a thing in Massachusetts where you can get alcohol testing. You have to blow into one of them things, just like you have to do if a cop comes to the scene and you get pulled over for DUI. So that means Danny wouldn't even be able to drink. But these are the things, that they could do if they're not going to put them in jail, but you can still stay on them. Make them go to probation every day and sign in. I know people that have had to go to probation every day and sign in. Not talk to a probation officer every day, but sign in at the front desk. So, there's a lot of things that could, be where Michelle's justice has been served. She can live with what the court's decision was for her case. But I honestly, it's just my opinion. I don't think that Michelle's gonna get rightfully what is hers. I think that they're gonna get a slap on the wrist. It says salute to her. Hey Cyrus. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Genty. How are you? Let me see. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. So we just gotta, sit back and watch. Let's hope she gets a new BS judge needing to make an example of someone. You're right. I hope so too. I hope so. But sometimes these courts set up what judge they want to put in front of the defendants and the plaintiffs, and they're there for a reason. It could be to smoke the perpetrator, or to cut them a deal that they can live with, just to get an indictment. Someone that's gonna admit that they did the crime. The DA walks away winning, because now it's a notch underneath their belt, making them more powerful. And the perpetrators walk away with that was a close call, and they don't do time, or a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe no time at all. and only one doesn't win is the victim. It happens like that all the time. So sometimes we got to play devil's advocate and look at the worst to better, the worst to the better scenario on both ends, because we don't know what's going to happen until it happens. Says, why do you feel they will get a slap on the wrist? No, I was spicy. Um, spice it up. I thought of it when I was listening to Michelle's cousin, and she said, a lot of people are saying, they keep pushing it up. That's because they want to make sure that the evidence that they've been putting together, yeah, it's a lot of evidence all through the internet with the videos and all that stuff, but they want to make sure they pull videos and maybe stuff that was written down, documents that can prove that Dani and Queen Opp are innocent. They want to make sure that they get videos that are going to stick, statements that are going to stick, and that are believable. And maybe this is why they're pushing up the date, because they don't have all the evidence to make it a solid case quite yet. You can have thousands of pieces of evidence, but a lot of them might not be worth anything, not even at the pawn shop. That's what I'm saying to you. And they want to make sure, because this is a sensitive case, that they cross their T and dot their I's. And then when I heard Michelle's cousin, say that, or it could be that they're trying to put together a sweet deal for him, something that is a slap on the wrist that they can accept and walk away from. Then Michelle doesn't get justice being served. We don't know which way it's gonna go. Sometimes seasoned lawyers can make things go away. It says, well, Queen is not going to be able to live happy after what she did to Shelley. No good luck. That's right. You're right about that, Genty. Says, because the justice system is such an epic failure. That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially with the justice system, because they're just as bad as the criminals. We hope she gets time, but we know it's possible that she won't. Right, exactly, Kendra. So yeah, justice feels us all the time. All the time. People do worse crimes than Queen Op, and you be like, they only got sentenced this, or some of them get out on parole or probation. They might have long paroles or probation, but they get slaps on the wrist. When the new court date? The new court date is Friday of this week, December 1st. Genius J. I think she said December 1st. Yeah, December 1st. Yep. It's this week, this Friday. To like video, click out of chat, hit like, then hit the. Oh, that's right. That's right, Jane. Tell them. Tell them how to do it. And most likely you're giving those instructions because they're on a cell phone. They're on a cell phone. It's not gonna go how y'all think. Court court dates get rescheduled all the time, so that means nothing. Those attorneys are saying majority of those videos are skits. If Shelly doesn't talk, then get off. They get off. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. You just never know how they can swing it. And like you said, they can look at all of those videos as skit videos. Now, if Michelle opens her mouth and goes, "Well, this video right here wasn't a skit. That was the dad didn't want to do the skit." And they made me do the skit. And matter of fact, it turned into more than a skit. She embarrassed me more as a human because I wasn't being cooperative. She has to open her mouth as Michelle and say this in order for, like you said, majority of those videos not to be a skit. She's gonna have to step up to the plate, Michelle, and say a lot of these videos weren't skits. Some of these videos were things that I did not want to do, but I was scared to do them. Says, I really pray that it doesn't move. This means to be handled so Shelly can get to healing. Let me ask you a question. This is off topic. I'm gonna also make a post. Now, I'm hearing that there's been some unfair treatment to Nature Boy. I have not done a video on Nature Boy in a minute. So I wanted to do an update, and I always said I would still do an update even when I started doing content on other entities. Um, but I want to do an update video on what's currently happening to him in the prison system. So if you guys want to hear the update video on Nature Boy, put a Y in the chat. If not, put an N. No hot feelings if there's more no, if there's less N's and more Y's, or the other way around. Because at the end of the day, it is ultimately my decision if I want to put that on my channel. It's just up to you guys whether you want to tune in and support it. So I'm definitely leaning towards putting an update video today on that situation. And I think I'm going to enjoy doing it because it's been a while. It's kind of off grid now because I haven't been doing it on Nature Boy. It's always been the whole year, or not the whole year, since the beginning of summer. It's all things Queen Opp. So the court doesn't need Shelly. The state picks up the case. Right. That's even more scarier though, Genty. Because if the courts don't need Shelly, then they can only go by majority of those videos being alleged skits, and they can't use that for evidence if it's just a skit. Did y'all see the video when they switched roles? Shelly acted exactly. Yep. I seen that one too. I think Shelly is suffering from Stockholm. I think she's not suffering from that. I think she's suffering from multiple. No, yeah, maybe I'll say yes. Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, you're right. I would say so too. She's suffering from a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to diagnose her, but she's definitely suffering from a whole lot of things. And it started from when she was younger, her parents ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Shelly is found mentally incompetent. Well, that can only take place of them finding her being mentally incompetent if she had test run, you know? So when you hear people, oh, this person's this, you might feel that's what that person suffers from. But if they haven't had any, like you said, been found from tests being run, that's what they have, then we can run all day with that. This person's a schizophrenic, multiple personality, this and that and other. But a doctor can only run tests to figure that out, or a psychiatrist. Yes, Latoya. Oh, so let me see how many. Let me see. Oh, you guys do want to see it. Okay. So most likely today, like I said, I have sucky services. My internet connection. I'm in a new location. I'm not living where I lived for the last 8 years with the files that ran like a charm. I have different internet connection, different service, and it's not working like it should. I feel it's going to be harder to claim it's a skit due to Shelley's blackened eyes. They can always do right. Well, with that, I don't think they'll say that that's a skit. Ray Charles can see through. There was some physical things going on that caused for her to have that eye, but they still can say it's a skit though, because they can say that was makeup. Who knows? But that's why they did the wellness check. Remember that, because if they didn't do the wellness check and take her to the hospital, then they could have said that those eye bruises were just what they were. They can't say that it's makeup because they took her to the hospital, and they took her to the hospital quick, fast, in a hurry, which was smart, because that's what they would have probably said it was, makeup around her eyes. I'm new to the topic, so I don't know who he is. Well, you will know because I'll put him up either by today or tomorrow, honey. So you will know. I've been wrapped up in the Krishan and stumbled on with the Queen Opp. And I'm gonna start putting stuff on Krishan too. Because Krishan reminds me so much of Queen Opp in the sense that, she's got a lot of drama going on with her, you know, and she stays in the tabloids. You know what I'm saying? Her and her boyfriend. There's not a day that goes by that you could not update people on what is going on with Krishan. Queen Opp, we talk about Queen Opp, and Queen Opp only comes around when she's strapped for cash. And now she has to get her bag up so that she can take care of her and Dani. Where Krishan's always on trying to get her bag. That is the reason why Queen Opp is so jealous of her, because she's always on trying to get the bag. It says Queen Widow, the state can pick it up, which is usually a scare tactic, um, though, because with this type of case, when it goes to court, they will need Shelly. Yeah, but from my understanding, word on the street, Michelle is cooperating with the courts. So even though they don't need Michelle, it's always good to know that the victim is there cooperating. So that's not a problem at all. That's not. I don't think that's gonna be a problem at all, because I feel like it's not her wanting to cooperate with the system because of no other reason but that she wants to get back at Dani, not Queen Opp, but Dani. She wants to hurt Dani like Dani hurt her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really believe when I had heard that Michelle is cooperating with the system, I believe that she is going to cooperate with the system. And that'd be a good thing. If that's how she felt that Dani treated her, then she needs to let the courts know. And again, which I hope is not the case, I really truly hope that if Michelle's doing that, she's doing it also for her justum and taking back her freedom, you know. But I also think I hope she's doing it because, not because she wants to be back maybe sometime back with Queen Opp. I hope she's not doing it for those reasons. Because she doesn't need to be back with Queen Opp either. Queen Opp is the one that put her this time around in that situation with Dani for that to happen. So I don't think she should want to get rid of Dani so she can be back into the equation. Because Queen Opp could care less about your safety, how you felt when Dani was doing what she was doing to you, or any of that. So that wouldn't be smart if that's the only reason why she's doing it. So it says you should definitely cover her. Oh, I definitely will be covering Krishan. It's something you gotta wean yourself into. You can't just start talking about Krishan, because you'll have people who are your regulars, they see the videos up there, but because it's not the stuff they used to seeing from you, they don't wanna cooperate as far as um, looking at that content, because they're not used to me doing commentary on it. Why for Nature Boy? I definitely do an update. Now, will I do updates on him going forth after I do that one update? Nah, no, not really. I'm just gonna do an update from now and then when I feel as though it's something to talk about. Because Nature Boy, even when I did videos on him in the past, he was kind of boring. Because remember, he was pulling that um living in nature, closer to the what is it, the sun, and he was doing the opposite of what he so-called said, talked about. So he was a hypocrite. um and people were only tuning in to the mess that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where it was no more mess that he was doing, especially not this year. He's been incarcerated. I wonder what will happen if Nature Boy and Opp meet. Oh God, they were supposed to meet a few years ago before Queen Opp got kicked off that first app, and Queen Opp was saying she was coming to Atlanta. I don't think she ever even went to Atlanta that time. She said she was gonna go, and they had made plans to meet each other, but she never did it though. That was all talk, honey. I hope she is. Everybody hide, right? Nefertiti, Tiffany, Nature Boy, and Queen talked back in the day and was going to meet up. Yeah, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. I mean, I remember like with Queen Opp, she was talking to Nature Boy on a live on the first app she was on before Michael, and it never happened. So I don't know. It might happen. That's if he gets out anytime soon. By the time he gets out, he might say, "I'm not even messing with social media." That would be the smartest thing for him to do. So that we have a heads up about, I have a premiere that's going out also at, what time does this say it's going out? Let me look because I can't see it. So I have a premiere I pushed up to 3 o'clock. It's not going up until they fix whatever they're claiming to be wrong with this video. Um, so I just want to let you know it's not me playing tricks on you. You guys putting out videos and then they disappear or they get pushed up. It is YouTube. And so if you don't see that video and it's titled Update 11/27. So Dani finally broke up with Queen Opp. Um, is there a new boo thing? So I was hoping that I would be able to put that up, but I'm not able to do that because, like I said to you, YouTube is acting funny and the video needs to be checked. So I'd rather get it checked before I do anything. It says, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button is right. Hit that like button. Matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, let's get them, try to get them likes up to 100 now. Come on now, bete. Yeah, let's try to get them likes before we get up off here at 100, because I honestly did stay on here longer than I was supposed to. I had said to myself that I was only going to stay on here for a little bit. Because remember, I got a 7 o'clock live tonight. So you might not see the live up yet, but that's because I have to put the thumbnail and set it up and all that stuff. But you'll see it up there way before 7 o'clock. So you know on this live here that I'm going live. So all you got to do is um all you got to do is tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and stuff. And we can definitely, but by 7 o'clock, as no telling what I might have in store for you. But definitely, I will be live at 7. And you know what? Even if today I have to make myself go live, tired and half dozing off in the live, I promise you I won't do like I did yesterday, where I was so tired I just could not see myself getting on live. I knew that I was gonna, because I've done it before, and honey, I find myself talking and nodding because I'm like, oh, I'm just so tired, and not even remembering what I was saying. I'm taking that. I'm using that to record the, yes, the hotspot. What happened? I thought you was trying to take it with you. That's why I said that. I need it for the hotspot. Hello? Sorry, guys. It says, thanks, SL, for keeping us up. I'm trying to, and I'm trying to honestly, because I honestly did not know how much it does mean to people that really rock with me, that consistency is key. Don't have us used to seeing and knowing that you're out here. keeping us updated with information, and then you disappear. I get it. And I can't be mad at you guys being mad at me for not being consistent, but I consistently keep promising that. So what I'm gonna start doing, I find that when you don't talk about it, you be about it. So maybe it's a thing where I need to stop talking about it and just be about it. And that's just the bottom line about that. So yeah, so at 7 p.m. so that you guys know while you're on here, I definitely will be going live tonight. That'd be like probably what I would call the ending um of the night, sum it up type thing. And we can chop it up. But listen, I've been on here for quite some time. Um we got 4 more likes. Let's hit them like button before you leave. Make sure you hit that like button. Very appreciative that y'all came through so early. You guys are not used to me going live. Well, not anytime recently. Usually I used to go live at 7 in the morning, be my first live, but that's been quite some time. But I'm just so glad that you guys came through this live and it was early. A lot of you guys are at work, so you listen to me on your lunch break. But make sure you hit that like button on the way in. And just remember, I will be going live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.